Welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. My name is Knight, and I am coming to you from the Technology Engagement Center here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're in the recording studio with a bunch of lights and a bunch of equipment set up, and we're doing the live stream here. Hopefully, it seems that it's working fine. So, welcome. A little housekeeping tips. This is a safe place. There's no trolling, there's no cursing, there's nothing you can't share with everybody. So just go ahead and turn up your TV really loud. Turn up your cell phone. Go ahead and take your earplugs out and let everybody hear what's going on there. Just kidding. You don't have to. We are live streamed on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you're do have nothing to do on a Friday and Saturday night, every Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock, we're on Twitch. Friday and Saturday for 2 weeks. You can see the shows on Facebook Live. And if you go to YouTube, well, I keep a show up for, plus prosperity. So there's always a show up right now. We're on episode number 125 of these things. We've done them over and over again, getting better and better. And today's episode, well, first off, let me go over here and, as I often do, pretty much every show, turn on a little banner, little scroll at the bottom that will give you a website that you can write down. It's night-music.com. So night-music.com. And if you go there, you can get contact information, my email. You can send me an email. We love emails. I love email. It makes me feel important. Do you feel important when you get emails? Do you feel important when somebody likes and gives you a thumbs up to your Facebook message or something that you post on social media? Well, so do I. So go ahead and like me and give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. You don't need to turn on a notification. Excuse me, because I will be here every Friday and Saturday night during touring season. Let me explain that I've grown up in the music industry. And in the music industry, you set your year up by Saturdays. There's 38 working Saturdays. It's kind of like if you're a carny, or if you're go to trade fairs and go to flea markets and craft fairs and stuff like that. It's a Saturday gig, so you set up every Saturday you possibly can throughout the year. So do I, and so I do these on Saturday night. And as a musician, you want to do Friday into Saturday, so that's why I'm on Friday and Saturday night. Explained, the world makes sense now, right? So anyway, but you go to night music, you can find garments, you can find lyrics to the music that you heard, like the song I just did was Jesus Paid It All. You can find the words to that. You can go online and see the video that I did, the lyric video that has the lyrics in 6 different languages. In fact, you can go buy garments in like a dozen different languages that say Jesus on it. It's pretty cool. I think it's very cool. And so I think it says Jesus. I mean, it's kind of like our idea together. Um, I'm taking over responsibility for it. I'm just the one doing what I believe what I'm here to do. Let's see. I don't sing, so God can speak directly to your heart. And we have sponsorship opportunities available. So if you want to, thank you, Shure from microphone, StreamYard for the streaming service. I do pay for that. Thank you to, oh my gosh, so much gear that I use. Excuse me. Someday I'm going to do a show on all the gear that I have, just to show you everything that I have here, because there's quite a bit of stuff. It takes a lot to put these shows on, and so thank you. If you want to leave me some ducats, there's a way you can do it on PayPal. You can send me some money directly. And I'm talking about money now. If you're wondering what a ducat is, don't send me a bird. Don't send me anything else that rhymes with it. Um, Send me cash, cold hard cash. Or you can send me, bendable paper cash. Take that too. Or just, digital money transfers. I'm good with that because we are in, the second millennium, 20th millennium. So we're so old as a people. Anyway, there's sponsorship opportunities, and if you want me to come to your city, church, or event that you're doing, give me a call, and I'll be glad to run out there. But the title of today's event our today's stream is God doesn't have a plan for you. And that seems directly opposed to Jeremiah 20:11, which says, I have plans for you, saith the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to hurt you. And in the message version, which is the one I read, it says, this is good. I will bless you with a future full with hope, a future of successes, not suffering. And I want you to, and this is the whole purpose of this whole live stream. I mean, we're going to be done here in just a couple of minutes. And the reason why it's because the title of it is God Doesn't Have a Plan for Your Life. And that's absolutely true. Most people go through their life going, I want to find the perfect person. Oh, I got to find the right thing. I want to make sure I'm doing the Lord's will. I want to be blessed by God, so I got to be doing what he wants. And I got to tell you right now, that's not the way it works. Okay. You don't try to do God's will, you try to do your will, and God will bless what you're doing if you're one of his people. It's just that simple. You know, well, what if I was a prostitute? Why would you be a prostitute if you're one of God's people? I mean, seriously, why would you, what if I was a criminal and I murdered people? I love it when people who aren't Christians think about, well, if I was a Christian, well, let me ask you this. If right now, not being a Christian, are you a murderer? Or are you out there killing people? Are you out there prostituting people? Are you out there, are you, whatever it is that you're afraid of, God, not blessing you if you were one of those people? Are you one of those people? Because if you are, yes, God loves you and he will bless you with a purpose. But because here's the deal, it does not say in Jeremiah 29:11 that I have a plan for you. It doesn't say that. It says I have plans for you. So if you were a prostitute, stop it and go into something that God will bless, and he will bless it if he hasn't blessed you as being a prostitute. I mean, I know, have heard stories of some women and some men who have made quite a sizable income, but then lost it all. They lost everything. And now they have no respect for themselves. They have no relationship. They have no money. Some of them have pretty serious venereal diseases. Some of them have had bad coke habits. I was in at my writing, not my writing, my acting class. Like I said, it's a film collective that I'm with in Los Angeles. And while we were there, Jeremy, I want to say Irons, Jeremy, what's his? I think it's Jeremy Irons. He's the porn star. He's the porn star Jeremy Irons, not the actor Jeremy Irons. The porn star Jeremy Irons showed up. I was very surprised at how short he was, personally, which probably is why his thing looks so big, or maybe it is big. I don't know. I didn't see his thing. I saw him, and he was very downtrodden. I'll put it that way. Didn't It wasn't a person that I would now. I don't think the guy's as old as I was, but he looked way older than me. Okay, I mean he's like decades older than me. When I hear now, he's been accused of forcing himself on a number of women who didn't want it, and or who said no and I don't want to do this, and he didn't stop, and so he's in jail and probably will spend most of the rest of his life from now on in jail. And it's not something that you would want. So I don't know why I went down that road, except that, that's not God blessing and prospering you. That's you making your decision. In fact, for a long time, I know he went out on he did missionary trips to promote the adult film industry. And he went out head to head with a gentleman and who was proclaiming God, and he proclaimed there is no God and I can do whatever I want. So secular humanism is what's called. So needless to say, it's the people that I've heard of and the few people that I've met, it has not turned out well for. Um, and the people I know that are Christian, well, here's once again the kicker. It's not a plan for your life. People are like, I thought I knew the plan for my life. I was doing the plan for my life, and something happened. I got just it all went south, and so I don't know what to do now. Turn to the Lord. Turn to the Lord and let Him guide your path. Tell Him what's in your heart of what you want to do. I spent my entire life playing music. I stopped when I had kids. When my son was born, um, and I don't know if I've told you the story, but not. I was in a rehearsal room in Orange County, California. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I had long hair, wearing makeup. I had leather and leopard skin tie, and I had gauntlets on my arms, and I was just heavy metal, the biggest heavy metal guy in the '80s you could ever imagine. Scary death metal. And this little kid came in who was 18 months old, just learned to walk. He had a teddy bear on a little onesie, and it was a red onesie and white shoes on the bottom. And he had diapers on, and he's got daddy's Heineken in one hand and daddy's bong in the other one, and walking up. And I looked in this mirror that was on the wall of the recording studio, and we were in the green room. They had this mirror with a gold marble through it, and I looked at it and said, "This is not the dad this kid's gonna know." So I gave up music, gave it up for about a decade. Ended up getting back into it again, and once again started a Christian band and toured around playing Christian instrumental music. Did that for a few years. God, I felt, called me to Nashville. I came out to Nashville, and believe it or not, out in Nashville, they had enough guitar players. Go figure. Plus, they didn't need any West Coast shred guitar players, which I was at the time. And everybody said if you want to play in Nashville, you got to learn Chet Atkins style. So I learned a few Chet Atkins songs, and then nobody was doing Chet Atkins. They're all doing rock and roll from the West Coast. Go figure. Needless to say, so I kind of just went in. I have an audio degree, so I did sound for a number of years, like 2 decades almost. Um, Finally, about 3 years ago, I got the calling again. I want you to play music, and I want you to honor me through music. So that's what I've been trying to do since I got the calling. Uh, but once again, I gave up what I wanted to do for what I believe God is directing me to do. But the thing is, I've had multiple plans throughout my life, and God has blessed it every time I've done it, no matter what the plan was, because God doesn't necessarily have a plan for you except to bless you and prosper you. So as you turn your heart towards Him, you will find yourself blessed and prospered. Now, I have a friend of mine. We were doing a gig in Nashville, and he's a Christian, strong Christian, and came up to me, opened his heart, and just like, Art, my life is falling apart. So, okay. He's like, I think I do what God wants me to do. I'm tithing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing all these other things for God, and nothing seems to be working. And he's like, I just don't know what to do. It's really testing my faith. I said, first off, God still loves you. Secondly, you have food. And if you don't, take home some catering. Make sure you and your wife eat. Okay. Third, you're working today, so you're getting paid. You might not have, I don't know who you're comparing yourself to, but do you have more than the people in the slums in Africa? There are people in this world right now who will not earn $250 their entire life. Okay, and I know what he was being paid that day, so I had to stop there. There are people in this world right now, about a half the people in the world, who will not make $250 this year. And I knew that, and I was using that because that's what we were making for as far as our day rate. I said, so you're making that a day when half the people on the planet aren't making that in the year. Now, you say you don't have enough for your bills, so don't pay all your bills. You know how it works. First off, you pay God. Second off, you pay you. Third off, you pay the rest. It's just that simple. And if you don't have the money for all the rest, somebody doesn't get paid. You make sure God always gets paid, and you make sure you always get paid, and then filter it out for all the rest of the people. Well, yeah, but what about your teeth? Are they going to come repossess your teeth? No. Or you have medical bills? Well, you pay what you can. Well, you owe $250. Can you send them 20? that cassette, send them 20, will get a phone call, but it will stop any action. Okay. So send them $2. That's all I have to send you. And I sent you the $2. Send them something. And so it was really funny. It was probably about a year and a half later. I saw him again. Mike, how's it going, man? Dude, I gotta tell you, it is so cool. I started my own company. I'm now doing my own gigs, and I was working for the company. He had hired the company that hired me to work for him. Great. He goes, things are so good. I'm being blessed. I have a new house. I have a new car. My marriage is better than it's ever been. We have more money than we have ever had. I said, great. So you're following the plan of paying God, paying you, and then paying whatever you got for the rest. He goes, yeah. He goes, man, that was the best advice. The best advice was to realize God doesn't have a plan for your life. He has plans for your life. Stick with the plans. Okay. So that's what I'm telling you right now. I hope it's made a difference. We're not going to play any more music today. I was going to open with the song because, the plan sometimes is different than it's ever been. So we're going to do a different type of show. So I hope this has blessed you. I hope it's helped you. God bless you. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week, same time, whatever station you watch us on. And God bless you. Have a great one. Bye.